Good evening everyone and very warm welcome to another episode of Microsoft Flights in 2024. So today we are here at the lovely Manchester by Ini Builds doing a flight across to Ibiza. Not flown to Ibiza for quite some time, and to be fair, we're not flown out of Manchester for quite a while. So we'll quickly take you through the flight plan and then we will get everything all done. As you see, passengers are boarding as we speak. Whether they join us actually in the flight, we'll soon find out. So we're back on board the Phoenix A319 with British Airways livery, and it's the the IA variant that we are on today. As you can see, we've got a constant index day of 5, so fairly efficient. Flight level 230, so pretty low to be fair for this sort of length of flight. Zero fuel weight of 51.7 with a takeoff weight of 59.1 tons and a landing weight of 54.8. So we are below our maximum landing weight. If we need to make a return, we can. So let's look at the routine. So block time roughly is around 2 hours for flight time, and block time of 2 hours 45 minutes. Expected runway 23 left for departure, Samba 1 Yankee, and expecting pretty much down the overhead Birmingham, pretty much down straight down the bottom of the UK, over France down into Spain. Probably over Palma, I'd imagine, and then into the lovely Ibiza. We're expecting runway 24 on the quarter 5 November arrival. Got 954 miles to run, and the fuel required today is 6,666 tons. So we'll have a good look at the expected weather at Ibiza, as you can see here. The current weather is 250 at 7 knots, varying between 200 and 310 degrees, 15 degrees Celsius, so it's a bit warmer than the UK. QNH 1022.
Do you have the new scenery?
And we're all pretty much good to go. Expecting showers and rain, but that's not until tomorrow, so it shouldn't be an issue for us. Just to quickly show you the Samba 1 Yankee departure. So it's going to be an initial right turn, then followed by a left turn, initial climb 5,000 feet. If we need to make a return, it'll be a left hand turn back towards the active, which is 23 right. So now we're all ready, good to go. And briefed. Let's get on with everything else. Yes, I do have my keyboard in the middle. It's a bit of a bodge job though, I'll be honest with you. It's not designed to go there, but I can send you some pictures of how it's done. So we're still refueling, I think, at the minute. One thing we can do is have a quick listen to the latest ATIS. I think it's Charlie, as far as I'm aware.
Of information, Charlie, and report aircraft type on first contact with Manchester.
Airport information, Mike 1800 Zulu.
We're listening to the Charlie information.
Airport departure 8 is Charlie at time 1720 Zulu. Departure runway 23 left. Runway condition codes 666 dry. Depth. Not reported. Coverage. Not reported. Automatic. Surface wind 290 degrees 13 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds few at 3,400 feet. Temperature +9. Dew point +3. QNH 1027 hectopascals. Trend, no significant changes. Acknowledge receipt of information, Charlie, and report aircraft type on first contact with.
So then, good evening, Inconstant, how we doing? Evening, Leonardo, hope you're well, mate. And I don't know who else is on, there's a couple of other people on as well, so evening, hope you're all well. So I believe that's all the refueling is now done. So see what signs on. So we've not got passengers seated again, but to be fair, I've not looked at that. So passenger wise today, we've got 103 passengers, so not many at all really. Quite a light flight, 1.5 tons of cargo, and then plenty of fuel. So takeoff speeds 139, 139, and 143, and up 0.8 is our trim setting.
Your ring 49 Papa Uniform, just for information, unless you've got the absolute latest in-store Ini Builds, you won't have that part of Echo. Affirmative.
So, cockpit preparation, gear pins and covers removed. Fuel quantity is 7,660 kg. Seatbelts on, adheres are set to nav, and we'll just verify that down here on the MCD as well. We got on the right page, it is. All three in nav alignment, and QNH 1027. So let's get our clearance from ground, and then we'll go from there. Manchester Ground, good evening. Shuttle 97 Tango is with you on stand 108 Airbus A319 requesting IFR to Ibiza.
So 97 Tango, Manchester delivery, Manchester Ground, Roger, stand by. 97 Tango, cleared to Ibiza, Samba 1 Yankee departure, squawk 3253.
Cleared to Ibiza on the Samba 1 Yankee departure, squawking 3253, Shuttle 97 Tango.
97 Tango, read back correct, information Charlie, QNH 1027, report ready.
Information Charlie, reporting ready, Shuttle 97 Tango even. There we go. 3253 in the box.
4 Foxtrot Sierra, taxi holding point Papa 1, hold short runway 20 right, via Papa. Papa 1 via Papa, for Neptune 4 Foxtrot Sierra.
So we've got about 20 more passengers to board. We've still not got any cargo on yet. So that's all done. We'll get the AP started. Quite a long taxi out, unfortunately, because we're on 2-3 left today. So fairly long taxi out. Fairly straightforward, but quite a long taxi. For some reason when AP1 comes on, AP1 shouldn't come on when the days are aligned. No, you shouldn't even be able to activate it. So I can't help you with that one. Maybe just a quirk of the sim. Not much going on around here then.
Foxtrot Sierra, contact Manchester Tower now, 118.630, bye-bye.
One thing we can do is get the next frequency tuned. So Tower 118.630.
Bird 93, requesting clearance to Toronto, Tower A350, 1032.
Bird 903, Manchester Ground. I did reply to PDC.
There is a Concorde here as well, at Manchester this evening.
Can you accept the Eclad 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left?
We're not streaming on TikTok tonight. I've not had a chance to set it all up, so.
Bird 903, Roger, cleared to Toronto. Eclad 1 Yankee departure, reroute Eclad. Yankee 53, Wallasey, Whiskey Alpha Lima. Dennis files, squawk 6321.
So let's get the AP started, and then we're all good to go.
Right, so Eclad 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left. Then Yankee 53 to Walla thing, I think, and then squawk 6321, speedbird 93.
Yeah, no, so your read back is correct. Wallasey was in your flight plan, Whiskey Alpha Lima, then it's filed. Read back is correct. Information Delta, QNH 1027, report ready.
So the current 80s here at Manchester, information Charlie 1720, winds 290 at 13 knots. And temperature 9 degrees Celsius.
Correct.
So boarding's complete, we're all good to go. AP's on and available.
5, stand 29, push start approved, face south.
Well, we'll get a clearance actually first. No. Before start, parking brake is set. Take our speeds and thrusts.
Manchester Ground, Virgin 127.
139, thrust 80. Windows and doors closed, beacon on.
Virgin 127, Manchester Ground, Roger. Just taking your stand number.
Stand 31, Virgin 127.
127 Roger. You also filed an invalid flight plan. Can you accept the Eclad 1 Yankee departure, runway 23 left?
Yes, we can.
Evening everyone, how we doing?
We are ready for pushback.
127 Roger, clear to John F. Kennedy. Eclad 1 Yankee departure.
That's the Concorde then.
Eclad. Yankee 53 Wallasey.
Looking forward to seeing that actually.
Dennis filed, squawk 7236.
Eclipse 1 Yankee, then Yankee 53 to Wallasey, squawk 7236.
127, read back correct, double take your flight plan. Nation Delta QNH 1027, report ready.
Nation Delta 1027, we'll report ready. 127.
Manchester ground shuttle 97 Tango is ready for push and start, stand 108.
107 Tango, stand 108, push start approved. November Alpha Blue line.
November Alpha Blue push start approved, shuttle 97 Tango.
Locking gear.
So we're all good to go, just waiting for the GSX man to do his thing, change direction. So we want to be there's a left tail to the right. I'm hoping it'll push us on the right line. I'm just gonna have a quick look behind us just to make sure nothing glaringly obvious why we need to be on the blue, but we can always pull forward. Brakes released, clear to push back.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Start sequence 1 and 2 started, number 1.
Cabin crew, doors to automatic and cross-check, please.
Time of blocks 7:10.
Welcome on board, everyone. All customers have now boarded, and we're about to brief you on the safety procedures of this Airbus A319. We ask that you remove your personal headphones until the end of the briefing. Portable electronic devices may be used during the flight as long as they are in flight safe mode. Unfortunately, Wi-Fi services will not be available on our flight today. Please complete any emails or messages you wish to send now before putting your devices in flight safe mode.
She's brave.
You may use handheld devices such as mobile phones, tablets and e-readers. You may also use personal headphones at these times.
Engine 1 is available.
Must be switched off and stowed away.
Started 2.
As a reminder, smoking is not permitted at any time whilst on board.
Box 1.
Please set parking brakes.
Brake set, you're clear to disconnect.
We will now demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. Your attention is essential as these may differ from any aircraft you've flown on before. Please study the safety card in your seat area as it includes important safety information specific to this aircraft type, such as brace position and the location and operation of the doors. In the event of an
Unlocking
emergency,
gear.
low-level lighting will guide you to an exit. All exits are clearly marked and are being pointed out to you now. Please take a moment to locate your nearest exit, bearing in mind this may be behind
Back controls, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral.
Bypass pin removed.
Rudder, full right,
Left is clear. Right
full
is clear.
left, neutral.
Whenever the seatbelt signs are on, and it is fastened
Engine master.
and adjusted like this, and opened like this. For your comfort and safety, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened
Take off config.
at all times during the flight.
There's the pin.
Taxi.
If the cabin air supply fails, oxygen will
Give it 5 taxi holding point Papa 1, hold short runway 23 right, via link to Delta and Papa.
Wearing a face mask, this should be removed before putting on an oxygen mask.
Taxi above 1,
Stay in
natural
your
seat
seat
right by
and
link to Delta Map.
Place the oxygen mask over your mouth and nose and breathe normally.
Manchester ground shuttle 97 Tango, ready for taxi.
Please note that the bag may not inflate.
Triple line 7 Tango taxi holding point Echo 7 via
Do make sure
left
your
on Echo.
mask is fitted before helping anyone.
Echo 7 left on Echo shuttle 97 Tango.
Your life jacket is underneath or beside your seat.
Brakes released. Off we go.
Remove the jacket from its container and pull it over your head. inflate, pull the red toggle as shown. The air can be told
Brake check.
by using this mouthpiece,
Pressure 0.
whistle and a light for attracting attention. Do not inflate your life jackets until you are outside the aircraft. Any personal devices...
This game is so much smoother since this new...
Handheld devices must be held securely.
Negative on all P3D.
No worries, in that case you won't have link to probably in your scenery, so you can just go Echo and Delta.
Take care your device does not get lost within your seat. If it does, please don't move it and let one of your cabin crew know. Devices must be switched off and disconnected from any seat power sockets when not being...
Hoping to see this Concorde. That's what I'm hoping to see.
Hand baggage does not block the aisle.
Right, 26 Foxtrot Whiskey, Manchester Ground. Welcome to Manchester. Taxi point Bravo 3, expect stand 5-1.
And they may fall out in the event of an evacuation, you must move quickly to the closest usable exit.
There is a Concorde.
Ground, P-Bird 93 and 34.
I'll tell you, it's not shown as the Concorde though. So that is the Concorde. But
Bird 903, stand 3-2. Push start approved, stage west.
Smoking, including e-cigarettes, vaping, and the use of other smoking devices, is not
Push
permitted
to
at
stage
any time.
west, P-Bird 93.
This includes the toilet switch off fitted with smoke detectors. If you have any questions, please ask a member of your
Manchester Ground, Osprey 101 Alpha, phone 777, stand 1-2, ready for push and start.
Osprey 101 Alpha, Manchester Ground, hello, QNH 1027. After a Concorde taxis behind you from left to right, stand 1-2, push and start approved onto Papa, face south.
Give way to the Concorde and then push and start approved phase.
so we're cleared to Echo 7 at the minute.
Ryanair 26 Foxtrot Whiskey, after a British Airways Concorde passes you from left to right on Papa, continue taxi stand 5-1 via Bravo, Juliet and Golf.
Hey everyone, how we doing mate? All good, thank you. You don't want to know how much the new graphics card was, it was like £800. Fuck it, sir.
5, contact Manchester Tower now, 118.630 over by.
Manchester Tower 118, small apologies and Manchester 52.
Just to confirm, 118.630.
18630, that's fine.
Virgin 127, continue taxi, holding points Lima 1 by Echo and Lima. Virgin 127, disregard break, shuttle 987 Tango, thanks for your patience. Continue taxi, holding point Lima 1 via Echo and Lima.
Lima 1, Echo Lima, short answer, Tucker.
Ground low, easy 38 Lima Echo, holding short Alpha 4.
Easy straight Lima Echo, Manchester Ground. Hello, welcome to Manchester.
Base released.
Do you have the new scenery?
AFM.
38 Lima Echo, Roger, taxi stand 116 left via Alpha Delta.
Yeah, we have rebranded a little bit, mate.
November Alpha.
But no, it is really, really good to be fair.
Okay, stand 116.
Time by time, we're getting a little bit more specialised. Right, Dirk. Wonderful, thank you.
Just to confirm, you'll be taxing on Lima, which is a left turn, your next left.
8 firm, show 97 Ticker. Not got there yet. We're clear to Lima 1 at the moment. So, taxi, checklist, flight control, check flap setting, config 1 plus F radar, predictive wind shear system on an auto, ecam memo, take off no blue, and engine mode select to norm.
Manchester Ground, Virgin 127, requesting pushback and start.
Virgin 127, after a British Airways Airbus 350-1000 taxis from your left to right behind you. It is behind you now. Down 3-1, pushing start approved onto November Delta, base west.
Onto the Airbus A319 from left to right behind us. November Delta facing west, 13127.
So we're only clear to Lima 1, wherever that is. I think that's where the red stop line is. Pretty much.
Munch Ground, good evening. Tomjet 2537, stand 107 with Sierra clearance to Madeira, please.
2536, I've got you logged.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be fair. I quite like it.
Sorry, say again for 2536?
Fast station calling Manchester ground.
So I'd imagine we're going to go across at Papa.
Aircraft type and stand number.
Tomjet 2536, stand 107, on we're Boeing 737 MAX 8.
Tomjet 2536, Roger, cleared to destination Lima Papa Mike Alpha. Cookson 1.
Just realised we've not got any taxi lights on. It's not good.
Good, so Madeira on the Cookson 1.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I bought a AMD 7900 XTX 24GB graphics card. Is what we've invested in.
6, reback correct. Information Delta QNH 1027. Report me.
So, even everyone, how we all doing? Feel free to say hello in the chat.
Give a 936. Roger, do you have to new scenery?
Yeah, go ahead.
936, taxi holding point Delta 5 via link 3, left on Delta.
Hold Delta 5, link 3, left on Delta, 393.
Yeah, I didn't realise, to be fair, it's not that obvious. Especially in the daytime, it's not that obvious. Nighttime, it's very obvious because you can't see where you're going. So yeah, so those of you who don't know, I'm putting together a little training, well, not a training package really. It's just something a bit informative about METARs and TAFs for weather information. So it's going to be a 5-parter, but only like small 10-minute sort of slots really. So it should be nice. It's halfway in development at the minute.
Runway 23 right, 5 Papa.
So we'll probably get Papa 2 at Gus.
Short 23 right, yeah, Papa Osprey 101.
Triple 907 Tango, I've just got one heavy to get in front of you, just to keep the heavies together. I expect just a minute delay and we'll get you moving shortly.
No worries, sure, 907 Tango. So we're waiting for this A350, I think that's just here on our right hand side.
Seabird 903, continue taxi holding point Papa 1, hold short runway 23 right, via Papa.
Continue, hold short Papa 1 via Papa, Seabird 93.
Osprey 101 Alpha, hold Papa 1, contact Manchester Tower now, 118.
So we'll probably get some clearance in a minute, so after the 350 to...
Hold Papa 1, contact...
I presume it's the 350, it's either our 777, one of those two. 350, yeah. Yeah, it looks like...
907 Tango, after a British Airways Airbus A319 taxis in front of you from your right to left. Taxi point Papa 1, hold short runway 23 right, via Papa.
After the 350, holding point to Papa 1 in sequence, shot on something. Here's the A350. Beautiful aircraft. It's nice to see a bit of traffic actually. After this morning we don't have much traffic at all really. So.
Seabird 903, hold Papa 1, contact Manchester Tower
Bricks
now,
released.
118.630, bye-bye.
Papa 1, contact Manchester Tower on 118.630.93.
So about 2 hours our flight this evening.
Tango, contact Manchester Tower now, 118.630, bye-bye.
Over Tower 118.630, shut on answer and talk about it.
Seabird 93, holding Papa 1.
Speedbird 93 Manchester, hello, hold Papa 1. Speedbird 93, hold at Papa 1.
Roger, holding at Papa 1, Speedbird 93.
Flexjet 127, runway 23 right, cleared to land, the surface wind 290 degrees 12 knots.
Good land, 23 right, clear to land.
Just shuttle 97 Tango.
Shuttle 97 Tango Manchester, hello, hold Papa 1.
Holding Pub 1, shuttle 97 Tango sequence. So I guess we're waiting for an inbound aircraft, which is the reason why we are...
Osprey 101 Alpha, the surface wind 290 degrees 12 knots, 23 left, clear takeoff.
Clear takeoff 23 left, Osprey 101 Alpha.
So, we'll probably give it the full runway length, but we'll see how we go. No worries, Leonardo, mate. Take care. Speak to you soon. It's all recorded anyway, so you'll have to watch back later if you wish.
Speedbird 93 behind the arriving PC-12 on a short final via Papa 1, cross runway 22 right behind. Once you've vacated, hold at Tango 1.
After landing aircraft, cross runway 22 right, hold at Tango 1, Speedbird 93.
And as the Osprey is off and away. Oh, here's the other aircraft. Seems very low. I suppose.
Shuttle 97 Tango via Papa 1, cross runway 23 right, once vacated, hold at Tango 1.
Cross 2-3 right and hold Tango 1, short 97
Tower, good evening, your rank 9 Uniform Hotel, ILS 23 right.
Euro Wings 9 Hotel Uniform Manchester, hello, 2 to cross ahead, continue approach 23 right, your number 1, the surface wind 290 degrees 12 knots.
Evening everyone, how we doing? Hope you're all well. Just need to make sure we don't bash
Euro
into...
Wings 9 Correction, Euro Wings 9 Uniform Hotel, continue approach runway 23 right, your number 1.
Your rank 9 Uniform Hotel, continue approach.
So, because we're about to cross the threshold, we've got an aircraft inbound. I can see him. So he's at 5 miles.
Luxury 127, welcome to Manchester Alpha to the signature aviation.
Strobes are on. See the other aircraft on the approach.
Luxury 127, straight ahead and Alpha to signature. Just hold position, I'll call you back. Euro Wings 9 Uniform Hotel, runway 22 right, cleared to land, the wind 290 degrees 12 knots.
So,
9 Uniform Hotel, 23 right, clear to land.
line up checklist. Take off and confirm. Runway 23 left via Tango 1. Config 1 plus F.
3101 Alpha,
TCAS.
Manchester radar 118.580.
TARA packs 1 and 2 both on.
Luxjet 127, continue on Alpha, hold at Alpha 4. Luxjet 127, thanks, ground 121.855, bye bye.
Oh, a bit close to him. There we go.
Speedbird 93, the surface wind 290 degrees 12 knots, runway 23 left, cleared takeoff.
No, well, to be fair, everyone, haven't done any streams in about a month until the last week or so. Just got a bit busy with uni, mate, that's all. We did the rebrand sort of in that last month as well.
Hello, behind the arriving Eurowings.
Just sort of did it on the side a little bit, so.
Over the threshold, fire Papa 1, cross runway 20 right behind, and then once vacated, hold at Tango 1 for runway 23 left.
Cross 23 right after the arriving Eurowings, and then once cross, continue to 23 left. Virgin 127.
So guys, pretty much all good to go. Let's end.
Shadow 97 Tango right, Tango 1 line up, runway 23 left.
Line up 23 left, shut down 7 Tango. Probes on. I'm loving the performance on this new graphics card though. It's so much better. This, bear in mind, obviously this is all add-on senior as well. Hitting about, mostly about 60 FPS. In fairness, I have got it capped.
Eurowings 9, Uniform Hotel, welcome to Manchester, right Bravo, Delta, and hold it Delta 1.
I will have a little bit of a wait because obviously the other aircraft's a bit heavier than us.
Right, Bravo, Delta, hold Delta 1.
Speedbird 93, contact Manchester radar 118, decimal 580, bye-bye.
Manchester Tower, set 1 to Tango, standards on final approach, passing through flight level, passing through 3,000 feet, shuttle 1 to Tango.
First, Speedbird 93, contact Manchester radar 118, decimal 580.
118, 580, 93.
Shuttle 12 Tango Manchester Tower, hello. The surface wind is 290 degrees 12 knots, runway 23 right, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 23 right, shuttle 1 to Tango.
Evening Tower, Easy 141 with you, fully established, 9 miles out.
Easy 141 Manchester Tower, hello. Continue approach, your number 2, the surface wind 290 degrees 12 knots.
Continue approach, Easy 141.
Shuttle 97 Tango, runway 23 left, cleared takeoff. The surface wind 290 degrees 12 knots.
Left takeoff 23 left, shut down 7 Tango. Just 50%. Take off.
Virgin 127 behind the departing British Airways, Airbus A319, fire Tango 1, line up, runway 23 left, behind.
Behind the departing British Airways, fire Tango, line up and wait, behind, 23 left, Virgin 127.
That's it.
Eurowings 9, Uniform Hotel, contact
100 knots.
855, bye now.
Eurowings 9, Uniform Hotel, 121.855, bye-bye.
B1, rotate. What's the rate of climb, girl? No.
Shuttle 97 Tango.
Let's climb.
Manchester radar 118, 580, goodbye.
After radar 11850, have a good evening. Shut down 10 Tango, bye. AP1. Radar, good evening. Shut down 7 Tangos with you passing 1,800, climbing 4,000.
Left 260 degrees.
Short 0 November, I think we've missed intercept on 260, we turn left to intercept the...
Pop 0.
Short 2 November, turn left, heading 210 degrees, lead LS 23 right.
Left 210 and cleared ILS 23 right. Short 2 November, thanks.
Short 2 November, descend altitude 2,500.
2,500, short 2 November.
Shuttle 97 Tango passing the 3,000.
Short 97 Tango, Unicom 122 decimal 8.
Have to come Shuttle 97 Tango, right. That's a pointless exercise.
Delta 125, turn left, head in.
Manchester traffic short 97 Tango, departed 23 left, climbing flight level 50.
Annex 89 Juliet Bravo pushing back to Dan 9.
Flight manager. It's my pleasure to welcome you on board today. Very special to know you returning from our executive club and those joining from our alliance partners. I'd just like to introduce the rest of my
So guys, that's the first part of the departure, all done and dusted. But it's super smooth. I don't know if you guys can tell so much from the stream, but everything feels a lot smoother. Certainly a lot smoother than the other night when everything was crashing. BS1, yeah, I have been away for about a month roughly, mate, so you've not really missed anything. Just been really busy, buddy, writing my dissertation for uni, so that's all done and dusted now. And it's now just a case of submitting it at the end of this month, so we're all good. So once we get past Samba, we can climb to our flight level on 240, 330 even. I'm not sure if we're going to intercept any more ATC sort of as we depart. I guess we'll find out in a minute. We may hit a little bit as we come across, but at the moment there's some bits on in France. Bordeaux control, and then there's some ATC on, so La Palma's online, and quite a lot of Spain's online at the moment, so hopefully we'll intercept some of that, but obviously that can all change in the meantime. I'm honest, we're not flown to Ibiza for a long time, so we're going to have a good look at the charts and the plans. Whoever else has joined us, feel free to say hello in the chat.
On the ILS 40.
So we're at Samba now, we're going to climb to our flight level 230. Manchester traffic shuttle 97 Tango at Samba, climbing flight level 230. Open climb 230. So, we're approaching standard pressure.
Traffic Annex 89 Juliet Bravo dashing through runway 27.
So, right, I've put all the displays for you. You never know, we may get a little bit of London come online or something as we fly down. That was one of the reasons why I decided to fly from Manchester. One, to mix it up a little bit, and two, so we might intercept a little bit of ATC on the way. We'll obviously try and get a few little shortcuts along the way. There's not many shortcuts along the UK really, so mainly over the channel. And a couple of little shortcuts when we fly overhead La Palma. So 10,000 feet landing lights gone, and release the cabin. Obviously it's going to be dark the time we get to Ibiza. Nice little bit of sunset there. So guys, if you're not already subscribed, feel free to give us a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see where we go live next. Unfortunately, there's not going to be any... Well, maybe tomorrow evening we may do a stream. Depends how tired I am after work. But yeah, we may consider doing a stream tomorrow evening. Depends if I'm still busy doing these other videos. I'm at work quite a bit this week, unfortunately. But we'll try and get some streams in throughout the week. I'm on nights on Wednesday, so chances are Wednesday daytime we'll probably get a flight in before I go to work. And like I said, we are going to try and go back to dual streaming as well. So guys, I don't know if you think, say in the comments if you think the quality is any better or not. I appreciate we're still only in 1080p. There we go. I can see where Leonardo disappeared to then. He's been doing an unboxing video of his... Feel free to go and like his page as well. So it's Patrick MSFS 2024. He's getting a few videos up there. He's fairly new to flight sim. However, he has a bigger following on YouTube than I do, pretty much, in terms of his other channel. So then we'll have a quick look, see whereabouts we are. So we're just overhead Honley, which means we are overhead Birmingham. Chances I'll probably be able to see the airport actually. Let's have a look. So airport's pretty much straight below us. Let's see if we can have a quick look. Oh, there you go. There's Birmingham Airport. Right below us, look. That is a Innerbuilds Birmingham that we got there. Mental that you literally fly and bang over the top of it, but obviously this was where the Honley VOR is. That'll be gone in the distant future. So we are already at our cruise level. We're now saving a bit of fuel as well. We could consider increasing our speed a bit, because we're only at 260 knots, which is fairly slow, but we've got a 67 knot tailwind, so our actual true airspeed or ground speed is 428 knots. We probably could knock a good few minutes off this, to be fair. So we'll go Mach 0.77 for a little bit until we start burning too much fuel, then we'll have to save a bit more fuel, but I'm trying to get us across there. So it's estimating 1 hour 51 minutes before we are there. I'm estimating, according to the MCDUs, 20:59 as our landing time. That's saying 20:33, but obviously that doesn't know the exact routing we're going. So about 9 o'clock roughly is going to be the time that we are here. Don't think we've got any passengers still. No. Still someone flushing their toilet though. But here we go. Evening Lee, buddy, how are we doing? Long time no see, mate. Apologies, I've not been on here for a long while, and then when I did try the other night, all went wrong, so hope you're good, mate. Feels like so long. I feel a little bit out of touch with Flight Sim lately, to be honest. I think purely just because I've not really been on it that much. It does take a bit of getting used to be fair, doesn't it, Lee? I agree with you completely. It does take a little bit of getting used to, mainly because the controls are different. I don't know why they felt the need to change the controls. The controls were fine in Flight Sim 2020. But to be fair, you get so used to I forget what the old controls were now, to be honest. And I think now we've got the introduction of things like chase plane. I barely need to know any of the controls, just because they're all on the joystick. So so much easier, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm pleased you're good, mate. Like I say, apologies I've not done any videos. We are putting a little training package together. Well, I say training packages, I keep saying that, but it's not really a training package. It's more of an awareness to... yeah, it's just pretty much an awareness of METARs, because it's something that I didn't really know much about. I knew roughly what they meant, but even then I didn't know all the different codes. So I've made a little quick reference guide for you guys to access. And we've done a 5-part 10-minute videos basically. Well, I've not done the videos yet, but the background and stuff is all done for it. Hell of a lot of research going into it. And we're also learning about TAF, so the Terminal Aerodrome Forecast, which I didn't know really anything about until doing a bit of research about it. So now my dissertation's all done and out the way with, we can focus on things like that and add in a few extra bits to the channel. So hopefully it'll be useful to some of you guys. Certainly think it'll be helpful to people like Leonardo, who's been watching avidly and learning a hell of a lot from us. There we go. Well, I got a bit nervous then when I heard that warning. A fatal error has occurred. To do with VATSIM for some reason. Thankfully only VATSIM, not Flight Simulator. So disconnected us from the network for some reason. We'll just reconnect to see how we get on. So overhead Kidley, this is pretty much the way we go into Gatwick, to be honest. Not be long before we are out of UK airspace. How's the overhead now? Delicate. It still works. I've got it working absolutely fine. I don't know if you were here last week, but I had a meeting with Java Sim. They had a look from my end, so they logged into the PC and had a look from my end to see what the hell's going on with it. They're not sure at the moment, so I've actually been trying to chase them a bit today, but because of the time difference, it's always a bit of a nightmare, and to be honest, I didn't do it till later today. They are having a look to see, basically, if it's a hardware issue or if it's a software issue. I personally think it's a software issue, however, they think it's more of a hardware issue, because apparently other people have not had the same problem. And effectively what happens is if I turn certain buttons on, so like some of the fuel tank buttons, it triggers an engine fire, and I don't know why. I don't think it triggers a full engine fire, but it triggers the test button, and it stops me cancelling it, which is really, really annoying. But it wasn't doing that until after I updated, well, since I wiped the PC and started again. It's only done it since then. And I think it's because I'm using a newer version of JS Connect, but I can't get hold of the older version of JS Connect, and stupidly I should have downloaded it. But they think it might be a hardware issue. If it is a hardware issue, it's not an issue. They're either going to send me the replacement bits to sort it, or they're just going to send me a complete new panel. Like I said, I'm just waiting to get a bit of a plan. I think personally it's a software issue, because the buttons physically work. I can see in the couple of the bits of software that they've tried, the buttons do work. It's just they're not doing what they should be doing. So that's the long answer of what's going on with that anyway. Let's have some. Not much to be seen here, just quite a lot of cloud. Don't know if there's anything else. I'm absolutely loving my new graphics card though, that's one thing I can tell you. I did make a mistake though, so I established why it was crashing. I don't think, well, it could have been GSX, but I don't think it was. Effectively, I was starving my graphics card of power, and I think that's what was causing the issue. Which is mental, because we've not had that problem before. So those of you that may know, so we upgraded the graphics card to a 450 watt graphics card. The power requirements of that is a minimum of 450 watts. So I bought a new power supply, and full well knowing that 750 watts isn't going to be enough for the whole PC. So I upgraded to 1000 watts, and I got the Corsair 1000E. And stupidly what I did was not check the amount of ports on it. Yeah, stupid. I didn't check it. And there wasn't enough ports for it. However, there was a splitter, so I thought, oh, that's okay. We can just plug two of them into the splitter, into the power supply. However, after a bit more research, it turns out that each PCI Express socket only outputs 150 watts. So effectively, I was starving the power supply. So I've had to upgrade to a Corsair 1000X, which has got more ports, and there's no daisy chaining involved. So thankfully, I realise now and not later down the line, because it apparently can cause the connectors to melt if you're trying to put too much current through it. So thankfully found out that way, not in the other way. But since then, everything has been fine. I've had no crashes. I've managed to load all the add-ons and no issues whatsoever. And what's Lee saying? My Wing Control MCU was an issue with the current Mac Pro, currently using an older version. Okay, I updated mine the other day. And what sort of issues was it causing? I've not had any issues yet, but I don't want any more issues, to be honest. So here we are, just going out over the English channel. Apologise, it's very, very noisy, isn't it? I don't know how noisy it is for you guys, but I do love these views, but I don't love the noise. Yeah, I don't know what you think, Lee. I think it's a lot smoother. The sim seems a lot smoother. I don't see any jumpiness. The distance seems really good as well. Oh, it's totally blank. That's weird. I have had that issue intermittently, on and off, but previously I've just unplugged it and replugged it back in. And it's never really caused any major issues since. Have you seen the new Wing Control overhead that was released this week? Well, last weekend. looks absolutely amazing, to be honest. I was blown away by the price, to be honest. And I can safely say, guys, that with the fact that we've got loads of other wind control hardware, we're definitely going to be upgrading that, 100%. But I've been put on a flight sim purchase ban for this month anyway. I spent far too much. My other half said I've spent too much this month, but I'll definitely be getting the radio panel and the transponder and the audio control panel when it comes out, and I'm hoping to bring a weather radar out. That would be a nice little touch as well. That's all I want. All them three in the overhead, and I'll be happy. Which is pretty much the whole cockpit, isn't it? I only want one radio though. I don't need two. The next question is where it's all going to go. Is the problem with it all? So we're just heading out of UK airspace, and we'll be tracking across to the top of France, around, I can never pronounce this name of this place, Normandy. That's it's got another name, Deville Normandy. So we'll call it Normandy, can't we? Top of Normandy, straight down, pretty much down, straight down to the bottom into Spanish airspace, and then out to Palma de Mallorca. There's an aircraft down below us. We'll try and have a look, see what he is. This is what I mean. My old graphics card would not have been able to look at that. Honestly, it's not the best, but I have been debating about maybe purchasing a Rosefire product, but to be honest, I think we'll just hold off until the wind control one comes out. That looks a lot better, to be honest. Yeah, I am looking forward to the overhead, to be fair. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the overhead I've got. I just think with the fact that we've got wind control, everything else, it'd be stupid not to purchase it, really. Especially the price point it's at. We might as well have a full-size version for that. Whether the mounting options is obviously one thing we'll have to consider, and then we'll see how we go. Yeah, you might as well go full wind control. You can't compete with the prices. I don't know about you, I was looking at the joysticks, to be fair, the force feedback joysticks. They do look absolutely amazing and incredible. However, I can't justify spending that much money on it, and they're quite bulky as well. Quite a few people have been asking me about the tiller. Would I purchase the tiller? Personally, I don't think so, because I've got it on the joystick, so it doesn't really add much benefit, to be honest. So guys, I'm back in a minute. Just a quick wee stop, and then I'll leave you with some external views for the minute. So we're currently doing 542 knots ground speed. Got a lovely 74 knot tailwind as well. I don't know if anyone's seen any of the videos from this morning. It might not have uploaded itself yet, actually. But we had a windy morning, a very, very windy morning. So we did our first sector to Gatwick to Jersey, and we had a nice crosswind there. And to be fair, I did slam it down a little bit. And then we went across to Stansted. The wind was even worse. So we did slam that down a bit as well, but it was on the markings, so there we go. Tiller's so cheap. I could get it. The question's more of space rather than if I could get it. I just don't see what the value is personally when I've got it on the joystick already. That's just my personal view, but some people may disagree with that. So guys, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'll leave you with an external view. Actually no, let's not go, it's too noisy. Let's see if there's anywhere pretty. Oh, that's probably the prettiest it's going to get. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Like I say, we'll be, if you guys can't stay, we'll be on the ground 20:53, so call it 8:30 to come back, and then you get to see the landing. But it's entirely up to you. If you want to stay, stick around and have a chat, I'll be very appreciative of that. But yeah, I'll be back in a couple of minutes, so we'll leave you with it. Hey guys, all back with you. So we can chill out for a bit now. Not for too long, but we can chill out for a little bit. So then everyone else, feel free to say hello in the chat. What we've got 8-9 of you on, I think, at the moment, from what I can see. Sometimes my view is a little bit delayed though. But welcome. So we're going through a little bit of cloud. I can't see anything with the weather radar though, which is unusual. Just double check when I turn it on. So we're going to make a further right turn in a second. And we can have a quick look at the previous... the Optimal's actually flight level 380, so I don't know why it's giving us such a low altitude today, but I'll take it because we'll get some nice views done as well. Have you done any flights then, Lee, lately, or not? Not much. It was nice departing out of Manchester for a change though. It's sometimes nice flying out of an airport that you're not very familiar with as well. Take you out of your comfort zone a bit. Watching where you're going. That'll be me over in here in La Palma, but so then what we're going to do now is we're going to request the latest weather information for lovely, not La Palma, I keep saying La Palma, I mean Ibiza. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to MCD menu, ATC, weather. So what we can do now is we're going to put, what is it, LEIB, isn't it? LEIB. And what we'll do, we're going to be a bit naughty, we're going to enable both. So a TAF and a META. And then we'll get all the information and we'll talk about it. So we've got something from Shuttle Ops. There's no delay code required. And hopefully all the weather's together. So we're going to talk our way through this now. So the current META for Ibiza on the 30th day at 18:30 Zulu. So it's about half an hour old then. And what we're going to do is I'm going to pop that in here on this side. That is the lovely feature I like with Navigraph charts now, is the fact that you can put all the latest weather in there. So 18:30 Zulu. The current wind is 250 degrees at 9 knots. No gusting. Cavite. Temperature is 12 degrees Celsius. No significant change. QNH 1011. Sorry, 1022. That's what I was trying to say. And then if we have a good look at the TAF, so between 14, so this was last updated at 1400 Zulu. Between 3 o'clock this afternoon and, so 3 o'clock this afternoon and 1500 tomorrow, so that's a 24-hour forecast. The wind's 320 at 7 knots, good visibility, few clouds at 3,000 feet. Transition into 17. And that's out till 1200 Zulu tomorrow, so basically means the weather's pretty good. So what we can do with that information now is we can now pop that into our performance page, so it gets us semi-planned for our arrival. So we want to know the QNH, which you just said was 1022 hectopascals. The current weather's the temperature is 12 degrees, sorry. The wind is 250 at 9 knots, so the wind's nice and calm today. Transition level 075. And I'm going to give myself 1 knot there, 125 on the approach speed there. And one thing we need to do now is have a look at the barrow, so we'll do that on this side. Have a quick look over them, the charts. And we'll have a look at ILS 24. What we're interested in is down the bottom here, these numbers here. So this is all depends on RVRs. So we can pretty much go to, well, we'll try with the manual landing in fairness, but obviously we'll plan for an ILS just in case anything changes. So in the worst case weather scenario, the minimum is 290, best case is 259. So we'll go 259 in there. In the barrow box, because it's an approach speed of 125 and land speed of 119, so that is us all sorted and set up. So we're just flying over France at the moment. I don't know if we're going to hit anywhere near Paris. Let's have a look. So Paris is going to be off to our left hand side. We may get a bit of a view of it, we may not. We'll see how we go. So if anyone's got any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll try and answer them the best I can. I'm not the biggest expert in the land, so I don't know everything, but I know a fair amount. So we've got 600 miles left to run. Good progress really, got 1 hour and 9 minutes, which is pretty good considering we've only been flying. So we've been off the stand just about an hour. And 34 minutes we've been in the air. So we've still got that lovely 77 knot tailwind at the moment. You see our ground speed's really good at the minute. And obviously because we are in MAC mode as well and managed. Sorry, selected mode, not managed. It's all pretty good. Those who are wondering, we are operating flights in 2024. We do also have the extra community sceneries installed as well. I don't know if that's something you've discovered, Lee, if you've worked that out or not. And I want to say thank you to everyone, because we're now hit over our 500 subscriber mark, which has took me a long time to get to be honest. And the more and more content we make, obviously the more that figure seems to increase. This new sort of channel, it's not a new channel really, it's the same channel, it's just had a slight different rebrand. The main sort of aim is to focus on this sort of thing with streams. There's a knock in the throttles there. Streams, reviews, unboxings, and a little bit of training alongside as well for those of you that are not so familiar with flight sim, especially with the Phoenix as well. There's plenty of tutorials out there, so I'm trying to find little caveats that I've not really seen and sort of learnt whilst flying in the sim. Like I say, we will be up and running on TikTok very shortly. I've just effectively got to make the overlays for it. As you can imagine, even for this, so the actual bar at the top is really easy. That came quite easy to be honest. But some of the other bits and bobs you see took quite a long while to make. So we're pretty much all good to go. Just we'll have a quick talk in a bit about our routing into Ibiza. Not flown on here in ages, to be fair. So we are actually at the point now as well where we have gone on to the YouTube Insider program, which just took us a while to get there. The main reason for doing it is just because it will increase our sort of viewing. I have no intentions of charging you guys for watching, absolutely no intentions of that whatsoever. That defeats the object of something being community based like this. So yeah, like I said, I've got no intention of that whatsoever. Same with the Shopify stuff. Probably not gonna do anything with that. Certainly not at the moment. I've got far too much going on in my life to be worrying about that as well. If anyone wants to drop a donation, you can do, though you are not obliged to at all. I'll try and make as much content as you want. If there's any other content you do want, then you need to just let me know and we'll try and achieve what we can. I keep saying it can't be long now until the Neo comes out. I do wonder if they're waiting for this full SIM update, to be honest. But I am getting a little bit more impatient with it. It was interesting how Phoenix, I don't think Phoenix were at FS weekend. Not that I could see anyway. And I would like to go to FS weekends in the upcoming years, to be honest. So we've got an aircraft in front of us and above us. Where is he off to? Let's have a look, see what he is and where he's going. So he is a Air France flight going to EDDL or wherever that is. Let's have a look. Trying. Dusseldorf, I think it is. In Germany. He's flying all the way from Tenerife. There he is. Hey Lee, how we doing, mate? Am I streaming everything in Plus in 2024, or have you downloaded anything? In terms of... Sorry, I don't quite understand what you mean, Lee. Apologies, maybe I'm misunderstanding you. Yes, I have. I've installed pretty much all the scenery that I'm going to use from there, which will be like world city updates and stuff. No, I have. Yeah, I have downloaded them. I did them the other day. They take a little bit of time. I've not downloaded them all because like we don't really fly to America, so there wasn't much point doing that. But pretty much all of Europe, the UK, and like Norway, Greenland, places like that, we're likely to fly to. I have downloaded, yes. And I don't know what difference it does make. I think it does make a difference. I think it's more like landmarks and things it changes. It's difficult to say, really. But yeah, no, I'd certainly recommend it. Like, if your PC can handle it, mate, then get them. There's no loss there. But like I said, I don't know what the difference is, if I'm honest. I'd imagine there's a fair difference due to the size of it, but... right, we've got another aircraft. Where are we? There we are. Another 2 aircraft, actually. So, an Iberia flight from somewhere to somewhere. I don't know where either of them locations. And we've got a Vueling flight as well. Echo Bravo Bravo Romeo. So what thing we will do is we'll start having a look now at our landing. So as you can see, this is the edge of La Palma. Let's have a look. And we're going to come from Corda, I believe. I'll have a quick look through this, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we're going to come from Corda. So heading on 167 degrees on the 5 November arrival. And IB810. And we'll make a left turn to Adrax. Oh, I remember this waypoint. I've seen this waypoint before somewhere. And we need to contact someone. So, who do we need to contact? We need to contact 125105. Maybe jump ladder, to be fair. What we actually tuned to, there's a different story. What looks good? Bullets Control, good evening. Shuttle 97 Tango flight level 230.
Shuttle 97 Tango, bord de contrôle, bonjour, direct Pumal. Would you like to fly?
AFM?
Roger, direct Pumal, climb level 350.
350, Shuttle 97 Tango.
Yeah, can you please confirm direct Pumal, Papa Uniform Mike Alpha Lima?
Yeah, to Puman as well, Shuttle 97 Tango.
Line 2 Delta Fox, 122, decimal 8, bonne journée. À plutôt bonne soirée.
So it's given to direct to Pumal. So he wants us to climb. We can accept the climb, to be fair. It's more efficient by us climbing anyway, so... so that's given us the direct. There we go. Right, comments. Assume if you download original... no, it's not streamed. If you download it, it's not streamed. And that is where you will see some performance. If you're struggling with performance, that's where you'll see good improvements, I would like to hope. Anyway, back where we were here. So, from Adrax, we need to be at flight level 190. Then we're going to Negri, speed restriction of 220 knots. Then we follow this weird pattern around here, which is like it's a very odd pattern. Basically a nice steady descent round, which we will follow. And then as you can see, we've got Ibiza off here. So let's move to the next chart. And pretty much from there, so Gislu, 3,000 feet, 210 knots. And then pretty much down on the ILS, 3,000 feet from Ermut, which is here. And pretty much just a steady descent down really. It's quite a long approach. But there we go, that's pretty much our routing in. And then once we get on the ground, you can expect to vacate to the right hand side, probably somewhere around Echo 6, and then we'll go onto the whatever apron we need. At least we got a bit of ATC now, it makes it a little bit more exciting.
Bonsoir, numéro d'approuvé, Cognac 6 Romeo, transpondeur 1000.
My French is not very good, so and I do struggle to understand them a little bit as well. So we've probably got 55 minutes left to run on that, but 2040. So from what I got, so we've got 500 miles left to run.
Bordeaux, bonsoir. This is Stardust 67 Delta Sierra. Will you flight climb 2350 inbound to Google?
So apparently in another 20 minutes, but I can't imagine that being anything.
Directeur Albert, climb level 350.
Confirm direct to Alpha Lima Bravo Romeo.
Correct, climb level 350.
Climb 350 direct Albert 67 Delta Sierra.
Alpine 69 novembre Yankee pour séquencement, descendez niveau 100 et accélérez 289.
On est en niveau 100 et on accélère 289 Alpine 75 novembre Yankee.
Alpine 13 Whiskey Hotel, continue descend level 120 number. Adeline 0275, border control. Ryanair 9802, when ready, descend level 200.
Front level 200, Ryanair 9802.
Alpine 13 Whiskey Hotel, lower in 1 minute. Alpine 13 Whiskey Hotel, descend level 80.
So we've got about 240 miles to Palmont. Still got a lovely tailwind to be fair. Lovely, lovely.
Delta 16 Delta Sierra requesting 20 minutes out of cockpit.
Of course.
Next thing.
Appel 69, Novembre Yankee, réalisé 250 nœuds, descendez 3000 pieds, 1027, autorisé d'approcher à la piste 29, rappel établi.
On a dit 250, on est sur 3000 pieds, on est autorisé à la piste 29, QNH 1027, on rappelle une fois établi, Alpine 69 Novembre Yankee.
Bordeaux Contrôle, Mistral 4, qui notre montée initiale 5000 pieds, c'est bien ça.
Négatif comme publié, 7-0.
7-0, ok.
So the guy's heading pretty good. So obviously I've told by the GPU. So the guys just messaged me and I'm a bit suspicious, to be honest. I'm very, very suspicious about it. So he's saying that it's not working, and they literally went straight from the GPU, straight from the PC straight into anti-static packing. So there's no way there's something gone wrong with it. I'm just having a look. So I know what the serial number was of the device, so I'm just hoping the guy's not done what I think he's tried to do. And I've had that happen before with PC components, to be fair.
Mistral 4 Novembre Yankee, on est encore au poussage à la ligne.
4 Novembre Yankee, c'est le numéro d'interprétation sud.
Poussage pas sud, Mistral 4 Novembre Yankee.
Appel 69 Novembre Yankee, 220 nœuds ou plus.
220 ou plus, Alpine 69 Novembre Yankee.
Ryanair 9802, 122.8, bye bye.
122.8, thank you for the ATC, Ryanair 9802.
Good night. Easy, 34 uniform Papa, 122.8, bye now.
122.8, thank you and good night. Easy, 34 uniform Papa.
I'd be very annoyed if that's what he's trying to do.
Bordeaux, Tom Jet 55 Lima, flight level 340.
Emirates 55 Lima, good evening, direct to Par.
Direct to contact 55 Lima. Alpine 69, Novembre Yankee, vitesse libre.
Vitesse libre, Alpine 69, Novembre Yankee.
Barre de contrôle, Mistral 4 Novembre Yankee, on est bien désolé, on a repoussé du mauvais sens. Si vous voulez, on pourra rouler aussi, papa, et retrouver jusqu'à la place.
Oui, peut-être aussi, rapide pas rouler.
On rappelle ça, rouler 4 Novembre Yankee.
Order contact 55 Lima, classified to the south cockpit.
Approved.
Thanks very much, we'll talk one more time. Contact 55 Lima.
Yeah, it's fairly busy across here tonight then. I'm just double checking this.
Control, good night from Medium 0275. Sorry for the delay, at flight level 680 with you.
MC 0207, caution 0275, bonjour, direct Albert, stroke 6207.
Squawk 6207 and direct Albert, link 0275.
And 0275, are you able to climb level 390?
Can you repeat the level please for the link 0275?
390.
It's not possible, we have as maximum 280.
Roger, maintain 380 non standard.
Pas 69 Novembre Yankee, on est habillé le piste 29.
Une 69 Novembre Yankee, piste 29, autorisé atterrissage, 310 degrés du nord.
Autorisé atterrissage piste 29, Alpine 69 Novembre Yankee.
Et le Mistral 4 Novembre Yankee, on est pas en rouge.
4 Novembre Yankee, roulez première à gauche, l'extérieur, pour attendre Fox, piste 29.
Première à gauche sur papa et on attend pour la piste 29 Mistral 4 Novembre Yankee, première accès.
Bordeaux, bonsoir, Air France 31, Kilo Fox avec vous, niveau 255 en descente, inbound Jérôme.
Air France 31 Kilo Fox, bonjour, descend niveau 100, aux éclairs 1000, ILS 32 gauche.
On descend niveau 100, ILS 32 gauche et j'ai pas entendu entre les deux.
Transpondeur 1000.
Transpondeur 1000, Air France 31 Kilo Fox.
Et pardon, pour confirmer Kilo Fox, confirme, descendez niveau 200.
Ah oui, c'est pas pareil. Niveau 200, Air France 31 Kilo Fox.
Sauf si vous voulez voir les Pyrénées de près, il n'y a pas de problème de mon côté. Hein.
Oui, ça fait un petit peu bas là quand même. Oh.
Bordeaux, contact 55 Lima, back. Thanks.
Centre de Bordeaux, bonsoir.
KLM 112, bonjour, transport 5661, direct l'Erga. Field 486 duty traffic, descend level 350, and let me know when you're ready to continue further descent.
Descend to flight level 350, Wilco, Speedbird 486.
I don't know why I really hate that word Wilco, I don't know why. Yes, first restriction at Adrax. Fair way to go, yeah.
Alpine Montréal Whiskey Hotel, continue number 2. La France 31 kg Fox.
31 kg Fox avec vous, oui.
Est-ce que vous acceptez de descendre plus bas que 200 pendant 3 minutes 30 et entrer en espace aérien de classe éco avec potentiellement du trafic VFR non détecté pour le moment, j'ai pas.
Oui, ok pour nous pour la descente en classe éco Air France 31 kg Fox.
Voiture France Kilo Fox, descendez niveau unité 5-0, vous entrez en classe éco d'ici 30 petites secondes pour 3 minutes.
On descend au niveau unité 5-0 et on sera en espace éco pour 3 minutes, Air France 31 kg Fox.
Bordeaux Control, Eurowings 8 Whiskey Yankee, bonsoir, inbound TSAC, Flight 390.
Bonjour Eurowings 8 Whiskey Yankee, and direct initially, please direct Lima Mike Golf and rerouted Lima Mike Golf to Lima arrival.
Direct Lima Mike Golf for Lima Mike Golf arrival, Eurowings 8 Whiskey Yankee.
Bordeaux Control, bonsoir, Kilo 374 inbound Amboise and flight level 330.
Bordeaux speed 374, expect ILS approach runway 32 left, direct now.
Direct now and expect ILS approach runway 32 left.
Alpine 69 novembre Yankee, à droite sur Golf, depuis Sierra 4, traversée piste 0523.
À droite sur Golf et ensuite on traverse la 0523 Alpine 69 novembre Yankee.
Alpine Montréal Whiskey Hotel, runway 29, clear to land, wind 310 degrees, 10. Mistral 499 qui confirmé, vous poursuivez le roulage Papa Sierra pour l'instant Fox, piste 29.
On allait vous appeler, on a un tout petit souci, on a juste arrêté pour...
So we've got about 240 miles until we're sort of out over the, well, sort of over La Palma. And we've got 39 minutes to run, and it's 36. We've got about an hour left to go, just under an hour.
Toulouse sur 305 Air France 31 kg Fox, merci Baptiste, bonne soirée.
Speedbird 486, request further descent.
Speedbird 486, thanks, descent level 230.
Descend flight level 230, Speedbird 486.
Alpine 69 novembre Yankee, un poste de préférence.
Sur le Delta, s'il te plaît Baptiste, Alpine 69 novembre Yankee.
Alpine 69 novembre Yankee, traverse piste 23, après la traversée, l'entrée 5 et Delta 2.
On traverse la piste 23, ensuite entrée 5, Delta 2, Alpine 69 novembre Yankee, merci, je te rappelle pour un départ.
À tout.
Lufthansa 14 Alpha requesting IFR flight following flight level 340.
Lufthansa 14 Alpha, bonjour Antifed.
Et Mistral 4 novembre Yankee pour rouler, on laissera passer le trafic arrivant, j'espère que ça va gagner un peu de temps et pas juste.
Mistral 4 novembre Yankee, roulez Papa, laissez passer le 320 EasyJet droite-gauche de Bravo vers Sierra et poursuivez du long Sierra pour un attente Fox, piste 29.
Et ben on roule Papa, Sierra, on laisse passer le trafic droite-gauche, voilà, pour la RFX Mistral 4 novembre Yankee.
François Light bonjour Antifad, climb level 350 direct
Ibra.
135 is the area, direct Ibra,
Speed at 486, 122.85.
122.8, speedbird 486, au revoir.
Lufthansa 14 Alpha, requesting IFR flight following.
Yeah, but just identified you are proceeding to Nidum, which is the last point of my sector, so there's nothing I can do more.
Roger.
Jet 44 Mike 122.8Y.
Apologies, got in Tomjet 44 Mike. Tomjet 44 Mike.
Alpine 13 Whiskey Hotel vers CR4, cross runway 23. Alpine 13 Whiskey Hotel, after crossing, taxi entry 5, stand Delta 4.
So how's everyone doing? Apologies, I'm very chatty the last units, not much else to tell you really. So I just got the inland sights.
Direct Aneto, William 1335. Canon employé qui campré, piste 29, intersection Fox, alignez-vous, autorisé décollage 310 degrés, vide.
Eh ben atteignons, on s'aligne et on décolle sur la 29 Mistral 4.
Border Control, a very good evening. Virgin 52 Echo November with you, flight level 370.
Virgin 52 Echo November, Border Control, good evening, direct Ibra.
Direct Eyebrow for Virgin 52 Echo November.
Border Control, hello, Ocean 1 Papa Juliet on flight level 350.
Ocean 1 Papa Juliet, Border Control, bonjour, direct Tivoli.
Direct Tivoli, Ocean 1 Papa Juliet.
67 Delta Sierra, I'm back.
Say again?
Stardust 67 Delta Sierra, back in cockpit.
Thanks.
So, I'll have a quick look at the weather again, make sure nothing's changed, particularly with the weather.
France 1885, 122.85.
Hmm. 260, 11, 13 degrees, Greenwich 1021. There we go, it's all updated and done. Carlos, how are you doing, mate? It's, thank you for that. It's took a long while to get to this point, believe me.
Bordeaux Control, very good evening to Jet 1 Yankee Whiskey, flight level 3 to the wrong, inbound top 2.
Jet 1 Yankee Whiskey, bonjour, identify direct Mike Echo November. Would you like to climb level 340?
Direct Mike Quebec November FM.
Flight time left, so we got about 30, well, it says 31 minutes, so 20:36 or 21:36, so about 40 minutes or so. We've got 276 miles left to go, so not too far already.
Bordeaux Control, good evening, Ryanair 34 Delta Papa with the flight up 370 direct, en route, stop here.
Bordeaux, hello, Berlin, Charlie, Papa with you, flight level 350.
Bordeaux Control, Mistral 4 qui on est à cette position.
No, I'm not a real world pilot. No, not necessarily want to be one. I wouldn't say no, but wouldn't really say necessarily that's what I'd want. But there we go. Yeah, we're not too far from our destination now. So we're not far off, about to go back to Unicom, and then we will be going over to Palmer Control, which is 119 something, 119155 for that, so
That is not responding, I think.
Ryanair 34 Delta Papa, Bordeaux Control, how do you read?
He's out for the moment.
Une tracette Yankee, heureux, pardon, une petite coupure d'électricité, montée de niveau 300 direct PayPal. Mistral 4 Yankee, Bordeaux.
Ah, c'était pour moi. Direct PayPax, et j'ai pas copié le niveau, on était monté au niveau 300 là actuel.
Correct, 300.
Eh bah 300 direct PayPax, merci beaucoup Baptiste.
Pas de problème. Ryanair 34 Delta Papa, Bordeaux Control.
Bordeaux Control, Ryanair 34 Delta Papa.
34 Delta Papa, apologies, I had some issues with the internet direct géant.
Direct Shield, Ryanair 34 Delta Papa.
67 Delta Sierra requesting descent. 67 Delta Sierra, when ready, level 210.
Upwind control said the exact.
Shuttle 97.
No, they've not said it. And my instincts would be it'll be around Christmas time. That'd be what my instincts would say. Just judging by how long it's taken for the RMP and everything to be released, that would be my instincts.
1575 direct Uruna.
Because that would be a good Christmas release, to be fair. Has anyone ever sold any eBay parts, like computer parts on eBay, and never had them sent back saying that they don't work? Because I've had this happen twice now. And this guy that I've sold my graphics card to, it was going to a locker, and I personally think something a bit dodgy is going on, to be honest. And I think what he's trying to do is swap out a broken graphics card for my one, effectively, is what I think he's trying to do. Because there's no way on earth, he's saying that there's no display at all. There's no way on earth that there's something wrong with that. It literally came straight out of the PC, straight into anti-static wrapping, and into a really, really well protected box. So I personally think, and even with a cover over the graphics card PCI Express port as well. So I think there's something dodgy going on. Problem is, I don't know what the serial number was of that other card to cross-match, and to be honest, it is only a sticker, so if you really wanted to, you could swap it all across.
What's that left 150?
But I've called his bluff already and said that I know the serial number. I don't know the serial number, but he might change his mind about trying to mess me about. But if that does happen, I'm going to speak with eBay, because that's the second time now I've sold something decent, and that's happened.
De contrôle Mistral 496, on vous aurait 5 minutes. C'est bon, merci.
So the guys pretty much overhead where we need to be. The RMP is being released some point this month, towards the end of this month. Yeah, towards the end of this month it's been released. And then the next product from that, I believe, is the radio control panel.
T'inquiète, non, Yankee, j'écoute.
Oui, la compagnie Sky Riviera et moi-même, on souhaitait remercier la French VATSIM pour la qualité du contrôle qui s'est franchement améliorée sur la France.
30 minutes an hour, we're going to be passed across. Got a little bit of turbulence here as well.
Eh ben, je transmets et je te remercie.
C'est avec grand plaisir, c'est toujours un plaisir de se faire contrôler par toi et d'en l'équipe.
Eh ben, je leur glisse un mot. Shuttle 975 Unicom, bye.
Have Unicom, Shuttle 975, goodbye. So, and then we'll just tune the next frequency, 125105, I think it was. 119155. So, we've got some bit of turbulence upcoming by the look of things, but we'll see how that all progresses. What we could probably do is come around to the right hand side a little bit more, around 180 degrees, but we'll get a little bit closer to it. We'll see if it's thunder or what it is. Let's have a look at the weather. So guys, we're pretty much going to be going overhead. Is it Alicante, I believe? Barcelona, sorry, we're flying over. That's where we're going. So that's Barcelona, we can see just in front of us. And from there, straight across to La Palma, and then make a right-hand turn down to... Sorry, Palma de Menorca, not La Palma, that's in the Canary Islands. And then a bit of a traffic pattern, and then roll down. It's only a small little airport in Ibiza, to be fair. Not very big. Evening everyone, how we're doing? Hope you're all well. Lovely views over Barcelona tonight though. Absolutely beautiful. See a few aircraft about as well. Hey buddy, how we doing? So we're just overhead Barcelona now, and then we'll be heading out to Palma de Menorca. Beautiful views there, I'm loving this. There's the airport just in front of us here. That's what they're on the family approach. That's just departed and one just landing.
Barcelona traffic liner 105, establish highlight runway 24 right, 10 mile final.
Barcelona traffic, Speedbird 426, short finals, runway 24 right, Barcelona.
Barcelona traffic, speedbird 486, runway 24 right vacated, Barcelona.
Ryanair 105, Barcelona traffic, short final at the runway 25 left.
So, like I say, in a minute we're going to be going across to move across to the plan function.
Take over the signal from runway 24 left. Be to Foxtrot departure. Going 7822.
That's our traffic, Boeing 5 Whiskey Whiskey established ILS, runway 24 right 7, my bad.
Ryanair 1, Barcelona traffic, Ryanair 105, what keeps it, runway 25 right.
So what we're doing is descend to flight level 190 to be level by ADAX or whatever it's called. So hopefully that should get us on target for that. So we're now open descent, we're just starting to descend as we speak. Like I said, we're about to go into Palmer's airspace, Palma de Menorca, Palma Control, whatever it's called. And then we'll just follow the plan from there, really. We've still got about 20 miles to a quarter. It'll be a nice steady descent, really. There's Palmer in the distance, a few stars out as well. Evening everyone, how we doing? Hope you're all well. So we just started our descent phase now. Nice and steady, really. So this is Palma de Menorca that we got in front of us. They're making a right-hand turn into ADAX. There is a little bit of weather about. I'm hoping we avoid most of that. And then we're pretty much good to start our approach. A bit of a funny approach, like I've already shown you. A bit of an odd approach, really, especially around this area here. So like I say, we're going to continue down here from Adrax, then around this little weird pattern to Gislu, and then from Gislu we will be on the approach for the ILS runway 24 is the plan. We'll try and get all the screens nice and bright as well, so so we're pretty much all set for the approach. We're flying 1 hour 35 minutes at the moment and 2 hours block time. We've approximately got so 2036. We've got about the 2136. We should be on the ground, so not too long. Like I say, any minute now. Well, pretty much already in Palmer's controlled airspace, but. I presume they cover all the way up and specify not. That's interesting, because down here it says Palmer Control.
FM 1885, proceed direct Obomo.
We're just listening anyway, see what's going on. Maybe we don't need to contact them, I'm not sure. So then, how's everyone doing? Hopefully you're all good. So we're making good progress. We could be a little bit cheeky really and do a no direct to Negre, but the reason I would imagine that you fly this route in is probably so you stay near land in case anything happens. That tends to be how flying works generally. But we could have a little diversion here. Just thinking, if we'd achieve the altitude for it, that's the only thing. So we need to be 5,000 feet. So yeah, we could consider it actually.
Otherwise, 244 Yankee, right on heading 030.
So I think we go back on Unicom because I don't think they want to speak to us. Yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to do a little bit of a diversion. So inbound Negri, they should get a nice little shortcut. Chop a little bit of the time off. There you go, we got the airport just ahead of us there. So the difference here is that we need to be at 5,000 feet at the next waypoint. So what we can do is we can so minus 1,800 is a nice sort of speed, to be fair. Oh, sorry, a nice altitude, not speed. So there we go, that is Ibiza in the distance. Not far to go now. So 96 nautical miles left to run according to this, and we should be on the ground at 20:35. So not long at all really, about half an hour. Well, less than half an hour actually, 25 minutes. Once we get to about 14,000 feet, we'll get the cabin secure for landing. We'll do this weird little pattern. We may manage to get around not doing the pattern. We'll see how we go. We maybe have to go direct Gislu, because there's no other traffic about. If we can achieve the altitude correctly, there's no reason why we couldn't do that. But if there's other traffic about, then obviously we need to be more careful. But just having a look at the other traffic it's about. There's a couple of aircraft. There's one just landing now. Oh, that's never good. It's on the runway with no flight plan. So we're keeping an eye on him, make sure he moves. If he's still on the runway, then we will alert a supervisor to get him off the runway. The suspicious thing is that he doesn't have a flight plan. That's what makes it very suspicious. Oh, turn light is gone. Just gone, just like that. He's probably seen the message. So if you ever have an issue with another control, or like another aircraft, you can pop it down. It's fairly easy, to be fair. Just put .wallop and then type your message, and that goes to one of the on-call supervisors. So yeah, that aircraft's gone now, which is good. So like I say, this is all part. So we may need to do some of this pattern just to lose some altitude, to be honest, because we're not that far away now at all. Only about 30 miles until we start that pattern. We'll get the cabin secure.
Please return this to the
So we're just trying to slow the aircraft down a little bit. Make sure we don't exceed the speed limit. Ibiza traffic. Shuttle 97 Tango descending flight level 50, inbound on the coordinate 5 November arrival. The speed slowly coming back. So the first restriction is the speed restriction here, 220 knots. Which is what we're trying to achieve. We've got 10 miles to achieve that, really. So there's a couple of ways we can do that. So we can reduce the rate of descent a little bit. That is another option that we can do. So once it's at 3,400. So 10,000 feet, landing lights on. One thing we haven't done is have a look to see how much runway we're going to use here. I don't know how big the runway is here, to be fair. The landing weight that we've got for here is number 54.8. What a bit low. $220 knots. So what we can do now is we can trade off the spoilers for some flaps. So speed check flaps 1. Now we'll control our speed nicely. We're going to also descend now, well, reduce speed back to 210, which is the next restriction, and then hopefully we can achieve that. Alarm the speed brakes. So in case of a go-around, let's have a look at the quick go-around. So missed approach procedure. Climb on runway head into 800 feet, then a left turn. Not before 0.5 IBA to a max speed of 185 knots. To intercept and follow R181 IBA to 7 miles, and then below 2,000 feet, then the right to intercept, climbing 3,000 then as directed. Wonderful. So that's how we don't do a go around, because the missed approach procedure is really complicated. And after this long flight, we don't need to go around, do we? So we're going to use a little bit more, try and reduce the speed a bit more. So pressure 1021. So now we're going to make this left traffic pattern before starting our descent. So we've got the runway in sight, it's pretty much straight ahead of us at the moment. Obviously we're going to follow the pattern. So we're going to go to minus 1,000 feet for the minute. Hello, flight deck. Oh, cabins are not secure yet then. We'll wait for him to let us know what's going on. So we'll stay at 210 knots for the time being, and then we'll reduce the speed fairly drastically. 37 miles. So we're going to increase rate of descent for the minute. Let's try and get to that. Hello, flight deck. Wonderful, thank you. Cabin is secure. So, approach checklist. Barref 1021, seatbelt on. Minimums of 259. Auto brake low. Engine mode selected all. So what we'll do in a second is we're going to announce that we are turning on to finals. It's a fairly long approach, to be fair. We'll activate the landing system as well. Speed back to 200. So should get a nice visual out. Ibiza traffic shuttle 97 Tango, turn on to final to runway 24, currently 23 track miles. So 3000, we're on the approach, AP1, AP2, Cap 3 dual, locked star. So there's the localizer. Not expecting the glide slope to come in just yet. So we'll wait for a couple more waypoints, probably about 10 miles, and then we'll start our speed reduction.
$2,500.
Correct. We'll just hold off for the moment before we do anything silly with that. So what we're going to do is going to level off until we capture the glide slope. So faintly got the runway in sight. We had a better view of it earlier on, to be fair. This is where full concentration comes in. So we could go flaps 2 at this point, but we're right on the margin for flaps 2. So we'll wait till we reduce our speed to 180. Which is going to be in any minute now, really. So runway is now in sight. Obviously low on the approach. Excuse me, not got time to sneeze. So speed back to 180 and then speed check flaps 2. Ibiza traffic, shuttle 97 Tango, speed of 180 knots, reducing to 160 at 4 DME. That's meant to be until 4 DME, not at 4 DME. There we go. Get down. We'll go back to 160. So now you'll see we've got all the nose lights and everything on. Speed check flaps 3. And flaps 4. So glide slope's coming in now. So there's an aircraft just spawned down here, but he's off the runway, so no major issues. They're going to go stand 27 or 28, I would imagine. So glide slope's coming in. Glide slope star. Seven miles the threshold. So go around actually 3,000 feet. Ibiza traffic, Chanex 97 Juliet, apologies, shuttle 97 Tango, short finals, runway 24. Landing, check this, go around altitude 3,000 feet, eco memo, landing over blue. Manual flight. Speed's dropping back. Checked. Land.
100 above. Minimum.
Continue. Transporters. Reverse green, brake, low, decel. Manual braking. 60 knots. After landing, radar predictive windshield system is off after line complete, so Ibiza traffic shuttle 97 Tango vacated at Echo 6. Runway's now clear. So, hold position here a second.
Ground staff colleagues who will be happy to help. Those customers who have ordered special assistance to leave the aircraft today, please remain seated until the aisle around you is clear and our crew will be on hand.
So we're just waiting for a follow me car.
On behalf of all of us here at British Airways,
And then once we get the follow me car, we'll get on to stand.
with us today, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again very soon. Once again, thank you and a very good evening to you all.
Here's the follow me car. So we'll see where he wants to take us. Ibiza traffic shuttle 97 Tango taxiing to stand 27. That was a nice landing. I enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. I don't know what the feet per minute were because we've not got a tool to look at that, but it felt nice, to be fair. Let's follow me car drive quick. We didn't really need it. We could have found our own way, to be honest, but. So it has safe dock, the stand that we're going for. So APU is available. We could go to single engine taxi, but it's pretty pointless with where we are, to be honest. Cheers, Vaughan. Thanks for that, mate. Backing brick is set. So, cooldown time. So we've got about another 30 seconds. I'll get the engines off. There's a follow me man, he's off. Engine master 1 and 2 off.
Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross check, please.
APU is available. Sorry, external power is available. APU can come off. So then, just see if shocks are in place. So they are. Brakes released. So then, parking checklist. Park brake shock set. Wing lights off and fuel pumps are now off. Parking checklist is complete. So guys, thank you very much for joining us. Passengers aren't getting off just yet, but yeah, thanks for joining us. It's been a lovely flight, to be fair. You guys have kept me fairly entertained as well. And here we are at Aeroporto de Ibiza, also known as Ibiza Airport, I think it is. But yeah, it's a lovely airport. It's by Builds as well. Beautifully modelled. If you want to purchase it, check out Builds. It wasn't very expensive, I don't think. Maybe £10. It's not hugely expensive. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you are not already subscribed, feel free to give us a like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so we can see when we go live again soon. Take care, and hopefully we will see you tomorrow evening for another live stream. Or tomorrow morning for you everyone. Take care, bye for now.